Good afternoon. Welcome to the City of Urbana Arts and Culture Commission meeting on Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, starting at 4:30 p.m. On the agenda, the first item is a call to order and the roll call.
Barbara Headland,
Present.
Sarah Buckman,
Present.
Lori Fuller,
Present.
Alicia Rodriguez,
Present.
Mark Anthony Macon,
Present.
Xander Hazel.
Here.
The next item on our agenda today is approval of minutes of the last two meetings. And if there are no objections, I'd like to suggest that if we have comments, first comment on them, but otherwise we may be able to vote on them all at one time. If there's any objections? Good. Do we have any discussion about either of the minutes of the meetings from the last two meetings that need approval? May I hear a motion for someone to?
Motion to approve both December 12th and January 9th minutes.
I'll second that.
Wonderful. All in favor say aye.
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 The ayes have it. Thank you. Do we have any additions to the agenda today?
No additions.
Is there any public input?
No public input.
Here. So under presentations, we have a report from our City Poet Laureate, Janelle Davenport Pleasure. She's going to talk about her grant and your exciting year that you've just enjoyed, right? No.
No. Hello? Oh, okay,
There
cool.
we go.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay, so forgive me, I've not done PowerPoint since high school, so we'll see how this goes. But so I'm going to go ahead and do this slideshow that I came up with. I want to start by saying good evening, guests, friends, family, fellow poetry enthusiasts. Today, I am honored to sit before you as the outgoing 2023 Poet Laureate of Urbana, Illinois. This journey has been a celebration of words, of music, of community, and just the vibrant tapestry of life. So let's begin. How it all began. Congratulations! Yay. So let's start with the big day. That was absolutely amazing. It was a magical day where the air was filled with sweet tones of music from the New Souls Band and enchanting melodies of a flute played by the very talented Will Rieger, the Poet Laureate Emeritus. And I was surrounded by so many loved ones and friends. We indulged in delicious food. And I think we created lasting memories filled with joy and laughter, not only for me, but for everybody that was in attendance. It was really cool. Well, now the hard work began. I ended up publishing my very second and third book during my term. Amidst all of the festivities, my creative journey continued with the writing of my third book, titled Breathe. The collection of poems from that book delved into the essence of my life, capturing moments of vulnerability, strength, and the simple act of breathing through it all. I had various speaking engagements, women in the arts, doing stuff with the CU Poetry Group. I also did a number of talks at different elementary schools, my son's school, IPA Elementary, and I just had a great time engaging with those in my community. It was a lot of fun, and I'm very much an introvert, though people don't believe me. So it was nerve-wracking at times, but it was really great to kind of meet with a lot of people. I don't know, will it play? This one was a video. I don't think it'll play. Okay. So one of the things that I did as kind of like closing out for the month is I was asked by Uni High to do a couple of poems for their Black History Assembly. And I just want to share a short story about this one. You never know the impact that you have on people, especially young adults and high schoolers. And I was kind of nervous about performing these pieces to them because I didn't think that they would get it. and that's dumb on my part because children are amazing. But one of the young people there, after I had done this performance, drew a picture of what she felt based off of that, and I wish I had the picture, and gave it to her teacher and said, if you can please find this woman, please give this to her. So she did, and I framed it, and she said, you know, it's really hard to see people who look like me in positions like this, and we're doing so great. So I'm glad to have reached one in that instance. So I don't know if it'll let me play it. It doesn't look like it will. Well, I'll send it to you guys later. So I did a lot of collaborations with the community. A few of the things that I did was an open mic night at Station Theater. I worked with our youth poet laureate, Denilah Nash. I did a Juneteenth celebration. I did some work with Will Rieger at the local elementary school. I also did a LSGA, which is Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, where they take on African Americans' take on what the Gettysburg Address means to them. And my piece was not only through spoken word, but it was also through dance, because that's my other love. So I did that. I also was invited by the University of Illinois to speak alongside the National Book Award finalist Roger Reeves, who's an amazing author and poet. He was great. Oh, the places I've been and the events that I've done. I'll let you read that while I read what I wrote. I did a poetry karaoke event, and who said karaoke is only for songs? I had a lot of people looking at me sideways thinking, what in the world is this woman coming up with, and what is poetry karaoke? I brought a unique twist to the stage for my poetry karaoke event. I had poets, I had amateurs, I had enthusiasts alike take the mic and delivered powerful verses and embracing the art of spoken word over song in a lively, unconventional setting. So I did it at the Gallery Art Bar. If I can plug it, the next one that I'm having is going to be February 21st at 6 p.m. at the Gallery Art Bar. If you guys want to come, it's so much fun. So here's some more things. I did some speaking workshops with the youth in LSGA, and I tried to get the youth to kind of explain after we read and did a couple of art projects on what the Gettysburg Address means to them. And it was a lively conversation and really in-depth, especially from the youngest. He was 2 at the time, but I was surprised that he had any kind of feeling about the words that were spoken. So it was really an interesting experience. Besides doing the open mic night, which was absolutely amazing, each event that I did for this term, I had a box or I had a bag where I would ask people to give me one word about their experience with the event, about how they felt, and what I was planning to do was take all of those words and put them on fabric and create a quilt. I'm a mom of 3, I have a full-time job, and I'm an artiste. So where I thought I was gonna have the time to actually make that quilt, beyond me, but I did make the poem out of all of the words that were created there. There's my poetry karaoke. I'm gonna head, so you guys can look at it, write it down if you need to. Next event, please come out. You'll have a great time. Let's see. And this was the first poetry karaoke night that we had. It was kind of funny. Everybody was very intimidated because they're like, what is this? But I said, it's just like karaoke. The only difference is my book is full of poems. And with each poem, I took the time to pick a song, instrumental song, to pair with it. So not only did you have to read someone else's words, but now you have to think about the rhythm and the beat. So it kind of got your brain doing 50 million things at one time. And some people thought it was going to be pretty easy and realized very quickly, whoa, I had to think. And that was the point. I wanted you to think, experience something new, and use a different part of your brain. So I was glad everybody had a really good time with that. One of my most popular events was my Sip and Spit, which people were just like, sip and what? And so the point of Sip and Spit was I wanted to bring in different poets from everywhere, and mostly local, but pretty much throughout the region. And I brought them together to spit poetry, tell their truth. And while they were doing that, the audience got to do watercolors. So their job was to paint what they felt from each of the poets. And it was very well received, so much so that they said, hey, can you do it again? So we did. And we had it at Allerton Park. So I tried to definitely use local spots for Champaign County and to make sure that, you know, we're utilizing the places that we have in our own backyard, because that was important to me to stay within our community. And then, of course, I did more things, and I won the Artists of the Year award. They finally got to do the presentation, so that was a heady thing for me, but very humbling at the same time. I just embarked on performing at the Space, which was new to me. That's here in Urbana. Used to be the old Mary Ann's in Urbana, so that was cool. So, in closing, because I don't want you guys to fall asleep and think that I'm boring you, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Urbana, my family, my friends, and the entire community for embracing the power of poetry and little old me. It's been a transformative journey, and I'm excited to continue weaving words into the rich tapestry of our town. Thank you all for your unwavering support and letting poetry of Urbana echo in our hearts. So, this is the poem that I wrote, and this is actually written by all of us in Urbana, so everybody's words are in this poem. I hope you enjoy. What is this beauty that Urbana has found? A town in bloom with a unique sound? Through the lens of history and Black pride, a symphony of voices no longer denied. A town square, the epicenter of change, chic in its movements, beautifully strange. Grateful for the past and embracing the new, Urbana, a town with a heart so true. Teeth sinking into desperate times, yet emerging stronger in poetic rhymes. Home is where the heart connects, togetherness and equity, love intersects. In self-discovery, a calm soul emerges, blossoming like flowers as patience converges. Engaging in the dance of life's refrain in the town square where serendipity reigns. Lonely, not lost, in the epic of the unknown, Urbana, a place to call one's own. Thank you. Okay. Just press off. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was gonna run away.
I love that poem so much. Janelle, I just wanted to say it's been such a pleasure working with you this year, and I'm just so excited to see everything that you could do in the future. But just again, wanted to say you're a wonderful person and poet, and yeah, it's just been nice growing closer with you.
You. I appreciate that. It's been great.
Yeah,
working with
I'd
all
like
of you.
to echo, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
No, you're
echo
fine.
what Sarah just said, that, I mean, you were just such a wonderful part of this community, and even before you were Poet Laureate, you were inspiring people. And having been to several of the events that you created as Poet Laureate, it is just palpable how good those events were for the people that went there. All of us made new friends and connections, and you know, you brought people from all over, not just from the community, so that they could make those kind of connections as well. And we also just had fun. Like, there was a lot of fun going on at these things, a lot of laughter, a lot of community, and those things going side by side with, you know, the kind of more hard-hitting, deeper aspects of poetry was really inspiring to see. So thank you so much for all you do, and just because you're passing the torch and the crown, please don't stop doing things like this, because our town needs it.
Oh, don't worry. I've got lots planned.
Amazing how much you were able to do with all that you have going on in your life already.
It'll be fun. I promise you guys haven't seen the last of me.
It's all right. You got to top it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Any other
Thank
comments?
you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Janelle. You better copyright it, you know, or patent it, so it's, you know.
We also we would love to get a copy of that poem, or just so that you could share it on social media, I think, for the city. That would be
I
great.
think it's going
love that
on the city
poem.
website, too. Oh, shall we put it on the, Yeah, and on the city website too, maybe, on the city page as well. Following the staff report is the next item on the agenda.
Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to just be here with all of you commissioners. I'm very glad that we're getting those spots filled up, and we have some really exciting things coming up. So let's get started. We have some news involving Poet Laureate. We're super excited that Janelle has done so much amazing work, and with passing the torch, we have a 2024 Poet Laureate that's been selected by a jury, and I'm going to give the mic to Sarah Buckman to speak on that.
Yeah, so we're so excited to continue the Poet Laureate program into 2024. And our next 2024 Poet Laureate is Ruby Mendenhall. So congratulations to Ruby. We're really excited to see all of the great work that she'll be doing this year. I'd love to share a little bio about Ruby. Ruby Mendenhall is a professor of sociology and African American studies at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. She is an associate dean for diversity and democratization of health innovation at the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine. Mendenhall's research examines how living in racially segregated neighborhoods with high levels of violence affects Black mothers' mental and physical health using surveys, interviews, crime statistics, police records, data from 911 calls, art, wearable sensors, and genomic analysis. She also examines Black mothers' resiliency and spirituality. She is currently directing the STEM Illinois Nobel Project, which provides unprecedented access to STEM fields. She is currently co-directing the Youth Wellness Project that trains youth community health workers and citizen scientists. Mendenhall has written over 100 poems, including one co-authored with the former Urbana, Illinois Poet Laureate Ashanti Files. So we're so excited to see all of the ideas that she has going into this next year, and we'll be officially announcing it in the next couple of weeks and getting kind of plans in place. So we will hopefully, for those that are listening that want to connect with Ruby Mendenhall or plan something together, we'll be announcing ways to contact her once we officially announce it. So more plans to come.
Thanks, Sarah. All right. So I did just want to say that the Urbana Arts Grants are open. They're going to be open until March 1st. And there are some upcoming workshops. Just yesterday, we had a workshop at the Urbana Free Library to get people started on Neighborly, which is the application portal. And our next workshop is going to be February 20th at IMC from 6 to 8 p.m. And this will be a work session, essentially. So folks who maybe have started their application and want some questions answered, or perhaps people who are just getting started can come in, bring their laptops, bring their notebooks, and we'll have some light refreshments, and people can just get down to business and focus on getting those applications filled out. And we also have, We also have a arts grants drop-in session at Paradiso scheduled for February 27th from 3 to 6. And that'll just be me there answering questions for anyone who has some last-minute things that they want answered before submitting their proposals. All right. So one of the big projects that's coming up with the arts program here is the market mural that we will be doing. This is a little bit of a first announcement to the Arts Commission, but we are going to be finding an artist to work with a small team to implement a mural on the ground in the market just across the street from us this summer. So it's really exciting. We're going to have a huge space for this mural to be installed in on the ground, and it is something that we've been excited about. So the call is open now and will be closed March 30th. And to find out more, you can go on the 40north.org website, and under resources, there is a section called calls for submissions, and that's going to have all the calls that 40 North has. And they have done us the task of having the application there, so you can go to that website. And we're looking for portfolios from artists. So no design is required just yet. We're looking for a team member. So if you can share the image, spread the word, and we're really excited about that. The artist that is selected will receive an honorarium of $5,000 and will be part of the mural team, which they will be working with myself and volunteers. So there's a lot more information on the logistics of this project, and that can be found on the 40 North website as well. I wanted to just share that last week we had the Craft Happy Hour at the Urbana Free Library, which is our monthly event that you may be aware of. It happens on the first Wednesday of every month. And this month we are celebrating the Lunar New Year as a city. And so for the Craft Happy Hour, we made some really amazing lanterns, paper lanterns. But this was all a part of the efforts of many different partners: Urbana Park District, Urbana Arts and Culture, the library, New American Welcome Center from the university, 40 North, the Urbana High School, Lincoln Square Mall, and We Love Urbana. And there have been events kind of sprinkled throughout the past week or so, and this was just one of them. Part of that event was Urbana's Postmark, which is a program with 40 North and Urbana Arts and Culture. And that's also a monthly event that's been going on a Saturday from 12 to 4. So just this past Saturday, there was Postmark, and the hub was located at Gallery Art Bar. There were lots of different activities. I think it was also centered around poets, so there was poetry being spoken at Gallery Art Bar. We had some artwork featured in gallery, but also projected, so there's more information on that soon. But that was the event that happened this Saturday. Another thing that is happening in town this week is the Artists of the Corridor opening reception that's happening on Friday from 3:30 to 5:30. And this is the Champaign County Camera Club opening reception. And they are showcasing their winter scenes collaboratively with everyone who's part of the club. And that will be shown until, I believe, the end of March. Here's some upcoming events. Boneyard Art Festival Mingle. This is an event that 40 North is putting on as a sort of precursor to the Boneyard Arts Festival that will be happening in April. But this mingle that's happening this Thursday is a way for artists to meet each other, and also for any venues that want to pair up with some artists, so that people can kind of figure out who they might want to work with and collaborate with for the Boneyard Arts Festival. All right. And then there's something else that I wanted to share, which is a current exhibition of Mark Anthony Macon's work at Gallery Art Bar. There was a reception, but the work will be up for the entirety of February, I believe. The 24th?
Yeah, the 24th is our closing event. So I'm not sure if the art might stay up after that. I need to talk to Jonah to find out. But, most of the month. It's there most of the month.
It's amazing. It's an amazing exhibit, and I think it really it looks fantastic. It pairs well with Gallery, has just been doing such a great job showcasing local artists. But if you get a chance to see the work of our very own arts commissioner, Mark Anthony, it's definitely worthwhile.
Can I just add that while you're there, I really recommend you get one of the signature drinks they made for the show. It's called Want to Talk About Freaks, and it's ridiculous and delicious, so get one. You can, well, as with everything at Gallery Art Bar, you can get it either with or without alcohol. So if you want it with alcohol, it comes with sparkling sake, but you can just have something else in there instead, and either version is absolutely delicious. I'm sure they're terrible for you, but
I've been told they're blue and pink.
yeah, I mean, you will have like a blue tongue, like, you were like a 6-year-old that had just had a popsicle all day. Like, yeah, they're ludicrous. I love them.
Amazing. Well, that is the end of my staff report. If there are any other upcoming events that any of you guys would like to share, anything at all?
First of all, yeah, your installation is amazing. I just saw it over the weekend. And then I believe the next postmark, I talked with Elsie from 40 North, and the next postmark is scheduled for Saturday, March 2nd from 12 to 4.
And I think that it's focused on youth in town, so there might be some more activities and more geared towards young adults and children.
Yeah, I believe Elsie and 40 North are working with the different schools to get kids art. I believe that they're going to be drawing different stamp-like art, and then different associated businesses will be able to hang that in their business. So if you're a business and you want to be a part of this post-market festivities, feel free to reach out to 40 North about that.
May I read something that's happening this evening? You have nothing else to do. Tonight, Lyric Theater at Illinois is presenting their annual Carnival, which is like a Mardi Gras style celebration. There will be food, drink, music, and dance from France, Latin America, and Brazil are all on the bill tonight. The party will begin at 6 p.m. at the Krannert Center lobby, with the concert at 7:30 p.m., followed by more dancing, drinks, and live samba from 9 to 11. And the Krannert Center is selling tickets right now. And that's why I'm dressed like this. Because they told us to wear colorful and not just all black. The music is great. It's a lot of fun. It's like a great musical review with lots of wonderful choreography and singing and dancing and a little humor here and there. So it should be fun.
Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to share? Because I did just have one more thing I wanted to tell you all. In regards to the market mural. So I'm really excited. The call will be ending March 30th, and we will be convening as a commission on our April meeting, which I can't recall exactly what the date is, but the second Tuesday of April. And at that point, we will, I will be bringing 3 finalists to the commission, and we'll be voting, and you all will be able to take a look at the 3 different finalists and select that artist. So I wanted to make sure that you mark your calendar for. They won't be here, but they might be tuning in on UPTV. But yes,
That's April 9th.
yep. All right, thanks, and that's all I have.
Can I ask a question about that real quick?
Yes.
Is that limited to, is that like regional muralists, Urbana muralists? Are you doing calls, is there a call like across the country?
The call is actually international.
Okay.
Yes. So there's already applicants or submissions that have come in, and we'll be hopefully receiving applicants locally, out of state, and then also outside of the United States.
Okay. And it sounds like there's an opportunity for local artists to potentially learn how to do murals on a larger scale by participating in the process of installation and things like that too.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what's really exciting about this project. There's a ton of community engagement. There's lots of opportunity for artists to see what it's like to work on a scale this big and help the visiting artist if they are someone who is visiting from out of town.
One question I had about that is the size of the mural. How is that up to? Will that be something that's predetermined or?
Yes, it is predetermined. And I will tell you right now that the size of the mural is actually 24 feet by 205 feet. So it is the entire length of one of the lanes in Lincoln Square Mall parking lot, which is city-owned and leased by the mall. So we have worked with the mall. We're working with just Jim Webster and also Hannah at the mall, and they're also part of the market mural team. So we'll be the ones, we'll have a small group that's whittling down to the finalists, but it's really exciting to be working with Lincoln Square Mall on this project too.
Great. And then is there a timeline for when you want the mural painted?
Weather permitting, we're hoping that the mural will be installed during a consecutive week in June.
That's great.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's it for me. And
Your report? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Have a
I'll
second?
second that motion.
Thank you. We are adjourned. Thank you so much. Early meeting. Look at that. I think this is the fastest meeting we've ever had.